Professor Franco Rizzuto is head of School of Law at Liverpool Hope University. Professor, welcome. Good to see you. Could you just explain what the Red Cross registering prisoners of war actually means in real terms? What rights and perhaps protections does that offer?
Good afternoon. Well, the Geneva Convention 1949 on the treatment of prisoners establishes pretty clear rules. It defines who prisoners of war are, and the fact, yes, they do need to be registered and they need to be issued with identity cards. On top of that, of course, prisoners of war have certain rights not to be ill-treated, certainly to be treated humanely. They also have rights regarding their housing and their evacuation and being made safe. And, of course, normally it's actually the detaining power that has that task, but that can be handed over to a third party, and in this instance, the Red Cross. Also, of course, the Convention makes it absolutely clear that the Red Cross should be given access to prisoners of war in order to help them. And just to clarify something for your viewers, in defining who prisoners of war, who may enjoy the status of prisoners of war, it also includes militias and other groups that may emerge. So the rights are there. If you look at Part 2 and Part 3 of the Convention, if you have a sleepless night, then it absolutely makes clear that they need to be registered, they have rights to be fed, to be watered, to be evacuated, and rights not to be used or abused if, for example, they won't give an answer that's more than just their name and rank. So the rules are pretty clear.
Can you give us some recent historical context here, perhaps in similar situations? Have countries always adhered to these rules, and perhaps what penalties can be exacted for those countries who breach them?
This is an extremely difficult question. I guess the answer is that the recent examples that we have, certainly in Europe, of wars would be in the Balkans. I don't think there was much respect for prisoners from the other side there, frankly. Then, of course, we've had conflicts in the Middle East and beyond, and the idea that prisoners' rights were being respected. Of course, if we go back a few decades, we then have, of course, the conflict in Vietnam. And, prisoners were not always treated in accordance with the Geneva Convention. Let me put it that way. Of course, the comeback is that if the detaining power treats prisoners badly and kills them, for example, and does all sorts of things to them that are against the convention, the detaining power is liable. And of course, they can be liable under the War Crimes Treaty, and specifically Article 8 of the Statute of Rome on the International Criminal Court. So there can be comeback, but it depends on the nature of, if you like, the ill treatment and the lack of respect for the Convention.
Professor, good to see you. Thank you for your expertise. Franco Rizzuto, Professor of the Head of School of Law at Liverpool Hope University.
Thank you.